guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we are back with another meal prep video. Now today we're gonna be making chicken shawarma, which is one of my favorite Mediterranean dishes. I usually love to get like chicken shawarma salads. And chicken shawarma is traditionally cooked on a grill. So there's like a lot that goes into it, obviously prepping the grill and all of that. It takes a long time, but today we are gonna make it in 10 minutes in the air fryer. So we have everything prepped here. We're gonna set our veggies aside because that is not gonna go in at the same time. But we have our chicken. Now I'm using chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs, chicken drums, whatever you have, any chicken that you have on hand, and you can dice it, slice it, or even make it in like the full fillet. All right, so as you can see, I have sliced mine already. I like mine in bigger chunks. It's just all personal preference, but we're just gonna toss everything right into the bowl. And that's what I love about these air fryer recipes is that you literally don't have to have like any experience in the kitchen. You can literally just follow this to the T and you're gonna have a delicious meal. So we have our chicken, a little oil. So this is just some avocado oil, and this is gonna help like all the seasonings and spices really stick to the chicken. And for our seasonings, we have some turmeric, cumin, and garlic powder. So we're just gonna go ahead and toss that right in. We have some chili flakes for that spice. It's gonna be spicy, guys. If you're not about that spicy life, then you can obviously just, adjust to your taste. And we have some lemon juice. And lastly, the Greek yogurt. You can't leave out the Greek yogurt. If you wanna make it dairy-free, you can actually just use like an almond base or coconut-based yogurt. This is just regular Greek yogurt though. And we cannot forget our salt and pepper. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just mix this up. And that's it, guys. You basically throw your chicken in there, toss in all your spices, your Greek yogurt. Yeah, once you get everything mixed together, then just toss it right into your air fryer. So if you're making this for meal prep, then obviously you would toss all of this into the bag and mix it in the bag, but we're gonna cook it right now. So I'm just mixing it in the bowl, just to obviously make my life easier. But what we're gonna do is toss in our veggies first. So we have our air fryer. Now I like to put parchment paper. I've been meaning to order the liners. I feel like it would make my life so much easier because sometimes when I make things with like cheese and stuff, it like gets so stuck and crusty and then it's like a hassle. So anyway, we're gonna do a parchment paper. Just put that right in. And now let's add in our veggies. So we have our red onion, bell peppers, and you can use any color. This is what I have on hand, so it's what we're using. Then we have our cherry tomatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and make this in 2 batches because I only have a 6-quart air fryer. So if you have a bigger air fryer, then you could probably make it all in one. But we are making it in 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil, some salt and pepper to our veggies because you wanna make sure that everything is salted and seasoned. You don't wanna have bland veggies, guys. Always make sure you season your veggies. That looks delicious. Look at that. And now we are gonna do half of our chicken right on top. And the cool thing is if, you can obviously make it into make half of it at the beginning of the week and then, here comes Wednesday or Thursday, you can make another batch. And the cool thing is with meal prepping is you can really stay on track that way. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times, like if I'm not prepared and I'm hungry, like I'm eating whatever. At that point, all bets are off. Like we're just eating. Okay, so this looks absolutely beautiful. This is going in for 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And I cannot wait to show you how delicious this turns out. You can obviously pair this with a little side of rice. If you're doing low carb and keto, you can do some cauli rice, even a pita. Like shawarma is so good in pitas, and they do have low carb pitas, they have gluten-free pitas, but my personal favorite is in a salad. All right guys, so while our chicken shawarma is cooking in the air fryer, I wanna give Ritual a special thank you for sponsoring this part of the video. Now, I've actually been using Ritual multivitamins for over a year. I was originally influenced to buy these. I did my research, found out what the hype was all about. And guys, these are absolutely amazing. If you don't have a multivitamin that you love and you trust, definitely look into these. Highly recommend them. These have 9 traceable ingredients, so you actually know where everything is sourced from. You know where the iron comes from, the calcium, the folate, like every ingredient, you know exactly where it's sourced from. On top of that, they're gluten-free, vegan. It's just an overall great multivitamin. So I do have a discount code for you guys. I will leave it linked in the description below. Just make sure you enter low carb 20. It gets you 20% off on your first month. And this one here is the 18 and older, but they do have 50 and older. They have even prenatal vitamins and even vitamins for kids. So if you don't have a multivitamin that you are absolutely obsessed with, I highly recommend the ones from Ritual. Okay, so we did say this was a meal prep. So we have our containers. I like the glass containers. I just feel not only do they look really pretty and aesthetically pleasing to the eye, a lot of times, like if you're trying to warm things up, I don't like to warm things up in plastic for obvious reasons. So I love the glass. And everything that I usually use in my videos, I leave them linked for you in the description below, just so you know exactly what I use. So we're gonna take off the little tapitas, the tops, and our chicken shawarma should be right out. Now, I already prepped some cucumbers because we gotta have that crunch, that freshness, and then dessert. So we have our little no sugar added chocolate peanut butter cups. So I always love to have something a little sweet. If you don't like sweet, it's done. If you don't like sweet, then you can add in some or chocolate, you can add in berries or just like a little something, you know? I just typically like to have a little treat. Ooh, look at that beauty. Yes, that looks so good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and fill our containers with our chicken shawarma. Now, again, guys, this is your meal prep. This is something that you can fill with your favorite foods: salad, rice, cauli rice, vegetables, you name it, you can do it. So what we're gonna do here is, and remember, I made 2 batches, so this here is for 2. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fill the big part of the container. Throw in a little bit of everything. I always need to have a lot of protein. I cannot be skimpy on the protein because this is what keeps me nice and full. If I don't have enough protein, what ends up happening is I snack a lot. And then it's like my snacks are not always healthy, and then I'm just kind of like, well, what am I doing? Start questioning life here, guys. So I always make sure I have a really good amount of chicken. I always look at it and I eyeball it like, okay, is this gonna be enough to keep me full? Because, you know, we all have our ways. We all know our bodies. Like, if you know that you can hold off and, you know, just have a small lunch, and then you're like, no, my big meal is dinner, then go for it. But I know that lunch, because since I intermittent fast, by lunchtime, I'm like, I'm hungry. Like, I need to eat. So here we go. Beautiful. You know, we had a little extra over here. And we do have our next batch that I already air fried. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up those containers. But I just wanna show you how cute this will be. I just like to put in my cucumbers. This is like a little crunchy component. Love it. I feel like it just gives it like a nice fresh element to the meal. I would usually put like a little salad, but this is gonna work for today. And then our dessert. So we have a little sugar-free, chocolate. All right, guys, so our 4 meal prep containers are all set. Now, this is perfect for lunch, at least for me. This is like just a really good lunch that's gonna hold me off until dinner. If I was meal prepping for dinner, I would definitely include something a little more hearty, whether it be a low-carb pita bread, a gluten-free pita bread, or some rice or some cauli rice, just something that's gonna be like more, like of more substance than some cucumber. But this for me is gonna be great. So before we move on, we have to do the taste test. Now this I can already tell is super juicy. Oh my God, these are big pieces. I ended up leaving some of these pieces a little big, but you're gonna cut them to your liking, you know? Cut them to your liking. All right, cheers guys. Wow. Full of flavor. That's what I love about seasoning your food. Like, I sometimes over season my food as long as it doesn't have too much salt. That's why I always get seasonings that don't have salt, and then I add in the salt because this has so much flavor, the perfect amount of salt. 10 out of 10. I cannot wait for you guys to try this out. Let me know if you guys are gonna make it just, you know, in a lunch, meal prep. Like I like to know how you guys utilize my recipes. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the recipe in the description below. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on and subscribe to the channel for more easy recipes just like this. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.